All right, guys, welcome to the show. The stars, Ashton and Fedor. Ash just took off. Um, hey, man, last meeting a few
Yeah,
days back.
we had a meeting. Yeah, Monday. It's now Friday, so some stuff happened, right?
Oh, it was huge, man. So one of the first things that happened was there was a 3-2 vote to negotiate with a new interim city manager,
Right.
Mr. Jimenez, I believe. And then there was a 3-2 vote to accept the separation with the ex-city manager, Mrs. Galvin.
Right.
And
And 3-2 being Cho, Navarro, and Trujillo, 4 to
Yeah.
accept it, and then Robertson
and,
Guerra.
and his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Which is no surprise. His sister-in-law is basically almost an automatic vote, 99.9% of the time for him.
Yeah.
So then, well, there's a lot of stuff that happened, but if you go fast forward, Mrs. Navarro gives a little speech, and then she talks about defending that seat. It's already been 6 months, still defending it, and being bullied.
Right. Yeah. She's having to defend it against Jim Avalos, which is the butcher that won't go away.
Yeah.
The butcher of Selma.
Yeah. And then basically against the other two members. She mentions,
Well, she talks about being bullied.
Bullied.
So yeah, she talks about it in her closing statement. She did a great job of laying some stuff out, saying she just wants to get. The reason she ran is for change, and change has happened, but it's been bucked all the way. Like you said, Robertson and Guerra, they've gone against everything that
a lot of what the other
most of
a lot
what
of
this
stuff.
Yeah.
So
But you know what's interesting is it's 3-2 vote, and now it's a big deal. Oh my God, these guys are and really Robertson. And again, I said it on the last video. This guy's a politician, man, and he'll paint it in whatever way is beneficial to him.
well, now that you say that, so what happened is after Blanca gives that, a little bit later, Robertson gives like some closing statements, and he's talking about bullying now.
Right, like he's being bullied.
Yeah, that's what he's pretty much saying.
But you know what? He wasn't taken to court, and there was never a word spoken when it was a 3-2 vote the other way.
Yeah.
That was all cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, hell, they what was the vote they took when Trujillo and Franco weren't even at the meeting?
Oh yeah, that was for the attorney.
For the attorney, they brought him back. They weren't even at the meeting, and there wasn't a word about it. There wasn't, nobody was on Facebook blowing it up or saying anything about the fact that 3 people voted without the 2 people even present.
Yeah.
That was, which Facebook, that's a whole
different ballgame.
Yeah.
So one of the things Mr. Robertson mentions is that right out the gate when he became the mayor with this new council, with some of these new members, was that his appointment process was attacked. And then he says that the attorney was fired. There was no discussion or review, or the review of the city manager was canceled, and then she was gone by Monday. Those were his words. New manager was being brought in. So then he says, if that isn't bullying and offensive behavior, I don't know what is. And I'm thinking, dude,
then you don't know what is.
Exactly, because basically to his appointment process. So they had different opinions on it.
Right.
They questioned it.
Right.
What's
wrong with it? I want those people asking questions.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they ask questions. Watch it. The last meeting, they pulled the check register again, and they ask all these questions.
So basically, when he made those comments, I was thinking, man, you gotta be kidding me. Basically, it looked like he was trying to flip what Navarro was talking about. Now he becomes the victim.
Right. Yeah, he's trying to victimize himself so that he can garner support or whatever,
Yeah, whatever the reason.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't even know what to say about it, man.
Well,
so basically what's happened is he's not part of the majority anymore because they lost Jim.
Right.
So because he's not part of the majority is going on and doing what they're doing, and they're fighting against it. Basically, they're fighting against change.
Right.
They want it to stay the same.
Right.
A lot of people voted for Mrs. Cho, Mrs. Navarro for change.
Right.
Change is coming. It's happening right now.
Good.
And basically, Mr. Roberts has become the paper chap. That's what he's the chap on paper. They're moving forward without him, man.
Right. Which good on them for doing it. They, we want change. I mean, Selma's been the same for how long now? Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
You look south, Kingsburg's growing. You look north, Fowler's growing.
Right.
Look at Dinuba.
Yeah.
Everywhere around us is growing. Selma's just.
Yep. And Mr. Robertson with the sister-in-law, Mr. Avalos, that was the majority last year and before that.
Yeah. No, they had the majority. And what happened?
Yeah. So basically, they're fighting to keep it the way it was.
Right.
And the other three are just they're going along. Hey man, if you don't want to get along, that's your problem. That's the way I think.
And really, it's too bad when you can't see past. You have to be the one that's right, or it has to be your idea.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, and that brings me to another point. Mrs. Navarro talks about bullying and there was something about social media. So there was a post that his wife, the mayor's wife, put on.
Oh
there.
yeah, good old.
Yeah, and she put on there, and it was something about a secret meeting. You know, did they already appoint somebody?
Right.
And first of all, closed sessions. There's no. You can. I guess you can see it as secret, but everybody has closed sessions. Every board, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, certain things have to happen behind closed doors.
That's the way it is. So that being said, I saw that post, and I saw a comment that she made about, you know, hey, these three, the facts are they wasted $148,000, something like that. That money could have been used for something else instead of paying out the city manager. And the first thing that I thought of, Joel, was, wait a minute, how about the Ken Gray contract?
Right.
And then how about Chief Gardner's contract?
Right.
You know, hey, that money could have been used for something else.
Yeah, no, it's funny when they do it. It's hey, this is good. This is a good thing that we're doing. When somebody else does it and it's not their idea or their doings, now all of a sudden we need to crucify them.
Yeah.
And I saw those posts too. The only reason I saw them is because people sent them to me because I'm blocked. Now this is another thing.
Why would they block you?
Well, here, this goes back to what we said on the last video. This is why you don't see a Scott Robertson YouTube channel, because he can't tell the same story twice, and he can't defend. They can't defend what they're doing. Because they're telling all these different stories to all these different people. So they block guys
Our opinion.
My opinion,
Yeah.
but I've seen it. But they block guys like you, guys like me, who will say, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's not the truth. The truth is this." And see, these guys are allergic to the truth, right? They break out in sweat when it comes up on them.
Well, it's hypocritical what they do.
It's
hey, 148 grand, but wait a minute, how about you guys?
Right.
That's
the things I love.
People don't know that.
Yeah, and again, why don't you ever comment on Rosie's posts when she posts on whatever? I don't see them. I'm not able to see them because I'm blocked. And I don't have anybody blocked on mine. Anybody can say anything. In fact, on these videos, we invite people to comment, and I like it. In fact, the last video, somebody gave it thumbs down. I appreciate that. I wish that they had the nuts to say why they gave it a thumbs down.
Yeah, so let's debate.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Maybe you're missing. Maybe let's talk about this a little bit. If we just call each other names and we don't have a constructive debate, we're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, that post that she did was pretty bad.
Oh well, that was nothing. There was the other one where she was posting because Blanca had posted a picture of her with a friend of hers, somebody she knew.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And then I got pictures of that Rosie started.
And there was something about an allege.
Yeah, he's alleged to have done. I don't know.
Something.
She didn't endorse him for any candidacy. She didn't hire him like, I don't know. Scott hired the dude that was marched out of City Hall in handcuffs, the old city manager. Yeah, Dave Elias. We could talk about. See, that's the thing I'm talking about. Is they'll hammer Blanca for just knowing this guy who is alleged to have done something, but they say nothing about the dude that they actually voted for that was arrested.
Yeah.
For reals.
Yeah. So that kind of connects to what they're saying about, hey, you paid out the city manager.
Right.
And we're saying, well, you paid out the chief.
If that's what we're talking about is the payouts, okay. If that's what we're going to talk about, then let's talk about the payouts.
All the payouts.
Exactly.
Not just the ones you want to talk about.
Exactly.
That you want to tell people.
Let's talk about the other payouts that you guys voted for.
Yep. And their own meetings. Just that meeting they had in the morning, like you brought up, where Trio and Franco weren't there.
They weren't even there.
When they brought back the old attorney.
Right. Yeah.
And,
weren't even present.
Yeah.
But that was okay. Yeah, that was fine. So if we're going to talk about it, okay, that's fine. Let's be honest and talk about all of them, right?
Everything. Talk about everything. Yeah.
But we don't. Well, we do, but other people don't.
It's so chicken shit, man.
Well, yeah, it's not honest for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I feel sorry for Navarro having to put up with that shit.
You know what? She did a great job at the end of the meeting. She
Well,
gave in her closing statement, and she really read what she wanted. She wanted to. She's had to, rather than being able to spend this time in her seat fighting for Selma, she's had to be fighting for herself this entire time.
Yeah, so she's fighting for the seat and still getting things done.
Yes, they are still getting things done. Probably not as quick as they would like to or could have done. Scott did. I will give this to Scott. And I will give all props to Scott. You win the Academy Award for turning yourself into the victim. As the you spun it good. You are not being sued, and suddenly you're the victim of the bullying. When never was there a mention about bullying when it was 3-2 and he was in the majority.
Wow.
Right now, all of a sudden they're bullies.
Yeah.
But a year ago, when it was 3-2 the other way. We're just getting stuff. We're moving forward for Selma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Hey, that's why these videos are pretty important, man. Because otherwise, people that just hear what they're saying at those meetings,
right,
they're going to believe it.
Oh, you'll miss it. Yeah, if you just listen to a meeting, you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
but if you're really paying attention.
Yeah, and then we're bringing it up. Hey, this is what they've done. You need to know it because they're hammering people on the same things they've done.
Yeah.
What the?
2 times over.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
bad, very bad.
There's stuff happening. Blanca's doing a great job of fighting for the city. I say.
Hey, I think she could take him out if she ran for mayor, man.
Boy, that would be nice.
I think she's building a base.
She's got my vote if she goes.
Yeah. She's got the base going, man. People are seeing it. I was downtown today. I was walking, and we went into a shop, started talking a little bit, and the talk was about how bad she's been treated.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow. A lot of people are mad. They don't like the way she's being treated.
Right. No, she's not being treated well. And in fact, I was talking to a guy just today, and I said, if you don't believe what you're seeing on these videos, I said, disagree with the majority. Or I'm sorry, not the majority, but disagree with Robertson. See where it gets you. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So change is coming. Change is actually here.
It's here.
If you watch what he's crying about, that's change, man. You know, questioning his appointments, there's nothing wrong with that. They released the attorney. Well, he voted to release the attorney before and then brought him back.
Right.
Well, they released him.
So it was okay when he does it,
wrong with
but
that.
not okay when they do it. Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. City manager, they separated. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
They're going to bring one in. Nothing wrong with that. So I don't get where that's any kind of bullying towards him.
Well,
is it because he's not getting his way? Is that what he means?
That's the thing. He's not getting. So yeah, you disagree with them,
and you're the bully.
Yeah, you're the bully. Like I said, they do a great job. He's good. He gets the Academy Award for
spinning.
Yeah, for spinning it and being the victim here. When in actuality, Blanca's the one getting hammered left and right
all the time. People calling in. It doesn't even make sense to me. And then the way they word secret closed session. There's no secret closed session. Closed session is closed session.
Right.
They know better than that.
Right.
But I think when I see that, I think that's just them trying to bullshit people.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally their spinning. And hey, watch the callers. This cracks me up. Watch the way that the callers are introduced. Do we have anybody that's like to talk about this?
Yeah. So people calling in. That's awesome. That's great.
Right.
But it seems funny the way he's asking for it. It's almost like he's.
I have had people tell me that they have been called and told to call in on particular subjects.
Wow.
So they're kind of stacking the deck, so to speak. About hey, call in on this or call in on that. You need to do this. I mean, this is complete politics, man. It's not an organic thing.
Yeah. See, I believe it because it just seems too far fetched.
Yeah. When I call in, and I've called in before, and probably will again, when I call in, ain't nobody telling me to call in. It's because I'm passionate about a particular subject.
Yeah. Wow.
So
interesting, man.
Yeah, we got some politicians downtown, boy.
Wow. Well, let's hope we get a new mayor next year, man. All right, guys. Hey, please like, subscribe.
Say something. Give us a thumbs down. We love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell me, where are we wrong?
Yeah.
What's going on? We're not, we're just talking about what's happening, what we're seeing.
Yeah.
If you're seeing something different, tell us. Go ahead.
And I don't mind, I was just going to say, I don't mind, like you, I don't mind the debate because I watch all the meetings, man. I try to
Right.
dissect a lot of it.
Right.
So I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm not afraid to talk.
No, let's talk about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, please subscribe. We're like 3 away from 200, Joel. Wow. That's
Really?
pretty. Yeah, dude. That's
Wow.
pretty cool, man. All right, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
See ya.